Hi friends, in our last topic, we ended up with an questions. The questions were such that who is Ethiopian Prime Minister and why he got the Nobel Prize and why is he in the news this time. We will going to discuss all of these questions in this topic. Hi, my name is Tuhin Kumar Pal and I'm an electrical engineer. These kind of topics will going to help you in the UPSC and the every state PCS exams. Now the first question is who is the Ethiopian Prime Minister? The name of the Ethiopian Prime Minister is Abiy Ahmed Ali, who is the fourth Prime Minister elect in Ethiopia. So to know very little about the Abiy Ahmed Ali, we will going to discuss about the life in very shorts. The Abiy Ahmed Ali was born in 15th August 1976. He was born in Beshasha in Ethiopia. As a young man, the Abiy Ahmed participated in armed struggle against Mengistu's communist regime in Europe and later served in the Ethiopian military. Abiy studied the computer science, leadership and the economics and graduated in 2017 with a doctorate in peace and the conflict research at Addis Ababa University. A long-time political activist, he was elected to the Ethiopian Parliament in 2010 for very short time. He became the Prime Minister of Ethiopia in 2018. So this is very little about his life. Maybe in our next topic we will going to discuss in elaborations that who is this man and who about his life, about his career, what he did in the life. So these kind of things we will going to discuss in our next videos. And second questions that has arisen that why he got the Nobel Prize. The Abiy Ahmed took up the post of the Prime Minister of Ethiopia in April 2018. The country was long ravaged by a protracted conflict with neighbor Eritrea. So here the questions arises, what is the capital of Eritrea? The capital of Eritrea is Asmara. This is the very good information that will going to help you in the SSCs or the other exams. So there is a dispute between the Ethiopia and the Eritrea border. In the border area, over a disputed border area, International Arbitration Commission ruled in the favor of the Eritrea in 2002, but the Ethiopian government refused to accept the ruling and as never implemented. That ruling, the ruling of the 2002 of international arbitration was never implemented because Ethiopian politicians was not interested to implement that ruling. After 16 years of nowhere and the no peace between the two countries, Abiy Ahmed broke the deadlock and accepted the decision. He accepted the decision and he ended this conflict between these two countries. In September 2018, he and the Eritrean president Isaias Afwerki signed a historic peace agreement. The Abiy Ahmed historic peace agreement was signed between the Eritrean president and Ethiopian president. But the Eritrea and the Ethiopia were once one. They used to be in one country. After a dodged and the 3-decade war, the Eritrea ceded from the Ethiopia and gained the independence in the year 1991. But the fresh fighting soon followed, and by 1998 the two nations were locked over a portions of their shared border. And these border dispute actually resolved after the Ethiopian Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed accepted that arbitration was given in the 2002 by the international body. So that was accepted and that was solved. The Abiy Ahmed has also engaged in the other peace and the reconciliation process around the Horn of Africa. So what the Abiy Ahmed did around Africa? Among them, He actually helped the Kenya and the Somalia to resolve the maritime territory dispute. He also worked as an mediator between the two leaders of the Sudan and the South Sudan. He brought the two of them together to talk on the same table. So what and he also did, and his own country, he granted an amnesty to the political prisoners, abolishes the press censorship. He also focused on the empowering the women. In a short time, the country's president, federal Supreme Court president, half of the ministers in his governments were women, including the Ministry of Peace. Actually, the Abiy Ahmed created this post called the Ministry of Peace. Democratization process and the serious challenges in the country with the 100 million inhabitants and the more than 80 different ethnic groups. The president himself belongs to the Oromo ethnic group. Oromo is the largest ethnic group of Ethiopia. So, because of these reasons, the Ethiopian Prime Minister got the Nobel Prize. He resolves the border disputed with Eritrea. He gives the priorities to the women to lead the countries. He resolves some of the problems in and around the Horn of Africa. So these are the problems he resolved. That is why he got the Nobel Prize. But the critic says that the Eritrean president Isaias is a dictator. He is ruling his country in such a way that he is in his country the media censorship is too high. Nobody can do the media work. Everybody is in jail. No opposition parties. So that is why the critics are saying that why the Ethiopian Prime Minister got the Nobel Prize. But the Nobel Committee has defended by saying that if the Abiy Ahmed will be given the Nobel, then the Eritrean president will going to change the rulings of his own country. So this is why the in this on these basis that the Ethiopian Prime Minister was given the Nobel Prize. And the third one is that why he is in the news this time. He got the Nobel Prize, but something he did in the recent years that shows that the dictatorship mindsets of the Ethiopian Prime Minister, the someone who got the Nobel, is showing the dictatorship mindset. He actually promised his people the voting, but he denied because of the pandemic. He showed the reason like the other dictator shows to the world. So here we will going to discuss that what he did. He got the Nobel Prize in October 2019. The Abiy got the appraisal from the international community to do a peace agreement with Eritrean dictator Isaias. But the war in the Ethiopian northern Tigray region has meant a rapid reversal. His youthful energy and beaming smile offered the hope. Why the hope reversed? There is a reason. Reason of the hope being reversed is that the November 2019, Abiy the Prime Minister disbands his own political party EPRDF. This is the main political party of Ethiopia. He disbanded this political party. The EPRDF, the full form of the EPRDF is Ethiopian People's Revolutionary Democratic Front, and formed a new political organization. The Abiy Ahmed formed a new political organization. But within that party, there was very small factions. Among them, the Oromo Democratic Party, from which he belongs, that also he dissolves. And among them, the TPLF was there. TPLF and Tigray People's Liberation Front. But the TPLF was the dominant force among the EPRDF, Ethiopian People's Revolutionary Democratic Front. The TPLF sensed that the Abiy is trying to reduce his power. So the TPLF refused to the Abiy's new political organization. They refused to join the political organizations that Abiy formed. It withdrew the back to his heartland and tension finally broke out into the conflict between the federal government and the TPLF. Now the problem started. As Mr. Abe described this already an 8-month-long civil war as an law enforcement operations, but the accusations are growing against him. The accusations are the human rights violation, mass rapes, extrajudicial killing, and the use of the starvation as a tactics. Because of these reasons, the US has also imposed the economic and the security assistance restriction. So this is a remarkable turnaround to how the Mr. Abe and his government was viewed 3 years ago. So here from this event, we can come to a conclusion that critical thinking is required to honor someone with those gigantic prizes. So hopefully next time so we will going to get the real peace in our prestigious peace prizes. So a man with a Nobel Peace Prize, how he can bomb his own people? The Tigray peoples are his own. They're bombing their markets, they are bombing their schools, they are bombing their hospitals, and they are using the state army to kill the Tigray politicians, to suppress them, to kill the dissents. So we have arrived to our questions. The questions you can answer me to my Gmail address tuhin.power.academy@gmail.com, or you can write your answer in our comment section. The question is the critically analyzes whether the Mr. Abe was eligible to get the Nobel Prize. And guys, you can subscribe to our new Telegram channel, the channel called the Power Academy. You can go and register over there. You will going to get the quiz sections, and you will going to write the answers over there too. Then I will definitely going to see your answer. Thank you very much. We will going to come in the next topic, which is related to the Afghanistan.